So this is the sanctuary of Driftstar Haven. Judging from the devastation, it's clear there was some kind of impact. It must be linked to that loud explosion earlier. Aster! I knew you'd come.
And Mr. Dimitri as well.
Miss, your temperament is exactly like Lord Corlon's. Whenever you see someone in trouble, you can't stand by and watch. Well, now the three of us are accomplices.
I'm sorry. This is all because of my recklessness.
No need to apologize. Keeping you safe is my duty, isn't it? That said, I've only managed to secure limited time from Lord Alonso. We must confirm as soon as possible whether that child has been here.
Alright, even though it feels a bit sacrilegious, let's go ahead and search this place.
What?
Aster, you found something? That body on the ground. Is that a pirate?
Yes. They've bled out completely. They're no longer alive. There's also mineral sand from the stardust jar on the ground, which means Ferdo was definitely here, deep within the sanctuary.
The pirate's fingers are scratched. Could it be?
It's becoming clear now. This pirate was the one who destroyed the first statue. As for the scratches on his fingers, they were likely from him attempting to reset the bomb after accidentally triggering it.
According to the map we just found, there must be other pirates with him. But what exactly were they searching for in the sanctuary?
Since Ferdo was here, he must know something. The trail of mineral dust leads to a security door. He probably saw the pirates and left the dust behind in his rush to escape. Or worse, he might have been captured by the pirates' comrades.
If there are more pirates nearby, charging in without preparation could be too risky. Maybe we should notify the people at Driftstar Haven first?
A wise decision. Now that we have some evidence, let's play it safe and head back together.
But
we've broken the Sanctuary's decree by coming here. If we turn back now just to report a pirate invasion, coming back here later might not be so easy.
every minute we waste, he's in more danger. I want to keep searching for him.
I get where you're coming from, Aster, but...
Alright. How about this? I'll take this evidence back and contact some people in Driftstar Haven. In the meantime, you keep searching for the child. Take this communicator. If you find anything, don't rush in. Wait for backup.
I'm counting on you, Mr. Dimitri. Ferdo, I hope he didn't run into those pirates.
Don't worry. This is the Starship Pixie Sanctuary. He should be safe under their protection.
These devices are still running? What's the real story behind the sanctuary?
These are the remains of the Stardust Jar. And there's also... Not sure. Let's check things out first. If the records are accurate, then does that mean the whole sanctuary is actually a crashed spaceship?
This access door. It looks like it needs a controller to operate.
The records mentioned something about an emergency circuit. Let's fix the circuit and get that door open.
Standing before you is none other than the hero who saved countless travelers from danger, journeying across time and space to help the helpless, and guardian of the pioneers of Kylo, Aster. Too bad there aren't any real pixies out there, just grunts like us, bleeding and sweating. I remember an old movie from Ida, where a guy was stranded on a deserted island and started talking to a basketball like it was his only friend. Back then, I thought it was ridiculous. But now, I'm not in much better shape. Yeah, ridiculous. Marlon, you really are hilarious. Hmm? Oh, I'm doing it again. It turns out that story wasn't nonsense. It was a roar of reality itself.
That glowing orb just now. Was that some kind of terminal for recording video logs? That guy must be Marlon. Looks like he's been stuck here for ages and lost his mind. SR-2207. What was that mission all about?
I vaguely remember. SR Operations was an early code name used by Anchor Infinity. After Anchor Infinity discovered Ore Zero, some wanderers from Kylo rushed in and started mining parts of it. Later, when Anchor Infinity grew more powerful, they tried to reorganize how the resources in Ore Zero were distributed.
You mean they wanted to force out those wanderers and take over Ore Zero?
That wasn't official company policy. But yeah, you're right. Some regional leaders did go too far. Those wanderers were pushed further and further to the outskirts, and some even ended up as refugees or turned into pirates.
So basically, Marlon was originally sent here to carry out a forced eviction, but then something went wrong and he got stranded here for ages. Then he started to lose it and clung to animes just to get by. Guardian of the Pioneers of Kylo. Aster! Wait, you said that in Ravenport's office. Did you two watch the same show? And both of them are interested in role-playing.
Starship Pixie Aster. Back in the Anchor-led age of interplanetary voyaging. It was an incredibly popular animated series. That's actually where my name comes from. My mom was a huge fan. She always hoped I could be like Aster from the show and bring hope to the Kylians. But once the exploration plan hit a wall, the show kind of fell out of favor. People thought it was too disconnected from reality.
Still, you ended up joining the Hope Fleet anyway. Looks like you really do like it.
The door is open now. Let's keep searching for Ferdo. Judging by the ship's layout, this should be the supply room.
There's a data terminal on the shelf. And next to it, a painting? It's signed Porter. Who's that supposed to be?
Let's check the terminal for clues first. Looks like another one of Marlon's video logs. This one's dated a bit later than the last.
Spotted some movement on the surveillance monitor. 6 people. One of them is a child. No weapons. No signs of training. They look like refugees who've been driven away from somewhere. There's a pregnant woman. I've started calling her Mara. And the kid with night blindness, I'll just call him L. They don't stand a chance out here. They can't even meet their basic survival needs. I've got enough supplies for myself. If I gave them a little... What am I thinking? They're only here because I drove them off. Trying to play the good guy now? Bit late for that, huh? What if they find out? Anyway, I'd better keep my distance for now. Last night I dropped off a crate of supplies outside their camp. I sent it through the cargo chute, so they won't know who it's from. I even left them a note. Just some basic survival tips for space pioneers. Stuff like avoiding contamination, keeping the space station clean, and watching out for space-time turbulence when traversing interstellar routes. They know someone's been helping them, but they have no idea who to thank. I convinced them it was Starship Pixie Aster. That show I watched finally came in handy. Need a hand? Leave it to me. But this is the most I can do. If they ever find out I'm the one who drove them here. They seem to think the place where supplies appear is some kind of sanctuary for communicating with the Pixies. So they haven't dared to get too close. Works out for me. If they come any closer, they'll spot the ship for sure. Even though I'm stuck underground and partly hidden by rocks, I'm not exactly invisible. I told them that in this vast universe, meeting like this is precious. They should treasure this connection and protect their new home. It's a total cliche from an old anime show. Corny, yeah, but effective. They've started gathering after dinner, praying for blessings from the Starship Pixie. Elle also drew a portrait of the spaceship Pixie. Turns out his real name's Porter. I kept the drawing. The ship's still busted, so I'm just killing time.
So that's who the Starship Pixie really is. That means Marlin has been quietly guarding Driftstar Haven all along. He clearly did something good. So why won't he face the people he helped?
Because deep down, he knows all too well that once the Pixie's guise is stripped away, he's just a perpetrator hiding underground. The more he stepped into the role of the Starship Pixie, the more he realized that those former mission objectives were real, living people. And that truth became too painful to speak aloud. He's torn and guilty. He must feel so lonely.
Aster, when you said all that, it didn't sound like you were just talking about Marlin. Come to think of it, you're both from Anchor Infinity, and you've both been in spaceship crashes?
How do you know that?
Whoa, hey, don't freak out. I heard it from Linsis. It was that mission that led to the whole Aster crew being reassigned? You haven't quite been yourself since then. Even after coming to Ore-Zero with Hipper, sometimes it feels like your eyes are looking off into the distance. This photo.
Her name is Carrot. She was a child we rescued during a mission, but she went missing in an accident. The post-mission report said it was an explosion caused by pressure overload in the ship's pipes right before we entered a space rift. We didn't catch it in time.
Right. Carrot ended up in Ida because she was in that accident in space.
Back then, I was the one responsible for inspecting the system. I let the captain down and made a terrible mistake. I almost had her. I could have reached her, but instead, I just stood and watched as she disappeared into space. Even now, I still hear the emergency sirens whenever the warning lights flash. I keep remembering her pounding on the airlock door in the separated cargo bay. If only I'd moved faster. Chief Hipper noticed I was struggling and told me to take a few days off.
So that pipe pressure overload. Your role-playing in Ravenport is drawn from your actual experiences. No wonder you said you don't like kids, but when Ferdo was in danger, you actually cared so much. But Carrot is still alive. Darn it. Should I tell her?
Ferdo, if I hadn't rushed off so quickly, if I'd just waited a little longer, maybe I could have stopped him from running into the sanctuary.
It wasn't just you. It was all of us.
What do you mean?
You forgot. I was there too. So this wasn't your decision alone. I share the responsibility. Aster, I get it. The guilt of thinking you could have done more. But this time is different. Ferdo is still here, and we can still find him. What we need to do now is focus on the present, and use this opportunity to help him. You don't have to do this alone. I can help. Ferdo? Is that you?
You... Isla, what are you doing here?
We saw the broken stardust jar and followed the trail down here. Are you crying?
No, I'm not.
Ferdo, are you all right? Everyone at Driftstar Haven is really worried about you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go into the sanctuary. I was just trying to mark the first statue, but then it suddenly exploded and I heard the adults rushing over, so...
So you panicked and ran down into the sanctuary? Then you must have seen that unlucky pirate. This place is dangerous. Come back with us now.
No, I can't. I haven't even met the Starship Pixie yet. I want to ask if I can join their fleet. I have to know. Everyone keeps saying that as long as we listen to the Pixie and protect Driftstar Haven, everything will be okay. But I want to ask them myself if I can see the outside world. If I miss this chance, I'll regret it forever.
Why am I always the one who has to talk kids out of silly ideas? Oh, that's it! Aster, do you remember? The Starship Pixie's name is just like yours. What if we...
You think it'll work?
The Starship Pixie is a fleet, and so is the Hope Fleet. There's no other way. We need to get him out of here now.
Ferdo, the truth is, my name isn't actually Isla.
So what?
My name is Aster. We're with the fleet. Here, this is my crew ID.
Aster! Wait. You're not lying to me, are you?
We came here because we knew Driftstar Haven needed help. We'll make sure you're safe.
I knew it! I just knew the Starship Pixie would come! But why didn't you show up before? Was I summoning you the wrong way or something?
Something like that.
I get it now. The Starship Pixie only appears when the people of Driftstar Haven are really in need. Like Uncle Zaka said, if we called on them for every little thing, they'd go crazy or just drop dead from exhaustion. Am I right or what?
Yeah, you're pretty sharp.
Miss, I've already brought reinforcements into the sanctuary. We need to regroup right away.
Understood. Where's your location? Okay, we have to meet up with our team. Here, take this communicator. Is this the arsenal? There are even mechas here? Mega Beast, V3CD?
Right. Marlin was on a transport mission. That's why he didn't want the locals of Driftstar Haven coming in here.
This kind of military hardware, if they ever leaked it into the outside world, the consequences would be unimaginable.
By the way, where's Mr. Dimitri? Pirates!
Ferdo, hide somewhere. Now.
The boss was right. They are tough.
Stop them! Don't let me get away!
These pirates know we were coming!
Stop right there. Drop your weapons.
Aster!
Ferdo! Mr. Dimitri, what are you doing?
Boss, that one's on me. I let my guard down.
No, it's not just that. After all, you're standing in front of the youngest First Mate in the Hope Fleet's history. If she really lost to the likes of you, well, that'd be disappointing, wouldn't it?
You... What are you talking about?
I wasn't planning to run into you here, miss. If it weren't for that naive savior complex of yours, we wouldn't even be at odds. The moment you jumped into the sanctuary, this outcome was inevitable.
These pirates. Wait, we saw them back at the port. Was that attack just an opportunity for them to slip into Driftstar Haven? You kept blocking our rescue attempts, then followed us, claiming you were concerned for Aster's safety. The truth is, you knew about the pirates hiding beneath the sanctuary all along. You were just too scared to admit it, right?
Quick on the uptake, huh? You've made a good friend at the Nexus, Aster.
When did it all start? You working with pirates?
From the very beginning, of course.
Was it after you took charge of the Driftstar Haven plan, Dimitri?
Did I stutter? From the very beginning, before I even joined Ravenport, Driftstar Haven and the surrounding astral domain were all part of the plan. I've always been a pirate.
Then that means... this whole time, it wasn't just me, but my father, Herman, and everyone at Ravenport. You lied to all of us?
Don't take it so personally. For what it's worth, I still think of you all as partners, which is exactly why I'm urging you not to come down here. You never struck me as the type to ignore your commanding officer. Or did something change in you after you left the Aster?
A traitor like you could never understand.
You're right. Don't worry. I'll tell Corlon that you died bravely, infiltrating the sanctuary and clashing with the locals of Driftstar Haven, all for the sake of saving others. Activate the mecha.
Got it! Huh? Why isn't it working?
Aster! The site security door! Get out of here now!
Ferdo, darn it.
Boss, the mech is all set now. It probably went haywire because no one's used it in ages. Those two just now.
Forget them. We've got the gear, so stick to the plan. As for this kid... So, little inventor. That was you, huh? Use this communicator to open the door for them? Nice work.
We should be safe here. They probably won't follow us inside. Good thing this sanctuary's so intricate. Aster, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Judging from Dimitri's plan, he's already got what he wanted. Now all that's left is to muddy the waters and wipe out the evidence.
Yeah, I'm fine.
He just said he wants to make it look like you had a conflict with the locals of Driftstar Haven while trying to save someone. So he needs the locals to go along with this plan. Now that Alonzo has sealed off the sanctuary, Dimitri needs someone to lure the people of Driftstar Haven here to die with it. That means Ferdo shouldn't be in any real danger for now, Aster.
Yeah,
What do you mean I'm fine? If this keeps up, they're all gonna... Oh no. She's totally out of it. Is she losing it again? Aster, I know things are bad, but you've got to...
Boss, the microwave bomb is ready. One push and this rust bucket's gonna blow sky high.
The communicator Dimitri gave us.
Alright. Send a distress signal to lure them in. This time's not like 15 years ago. There's no pixie coming to save anyone this time.
the signal's dead. But we still have time. We can do something.
So, you were listening the whole time? Guess I was worried about nothing.
We have to rescue Ferdo.
Right. We promised we'd meet him here. This seems to be the innermost room. The pirates got the mecha. We need to get out of here, fast.
Wait! Over there. Another terminal.
Driftstar Haven must be a major port. Aside from refugees, pirates come poking around from time to time. The ship's self-repair sequence is almost complete. This isn't the time to be worrying about anything else. But what about them? What about Aster's story? No. Am I going crazy from watching too many anime shows? This isn't some fictional hero drama. This is real life and death. Time to end the role-playing.
But Ferdo and the folks at Driftstar Haven still believe the story. Could it be?
Let's keep searching for clues.
Porter's dead, and some of them were taken. This isn't the work of pirates. This kind of forced removal. I know who did this.
Could it be? Someone from Anchor Infinity?
If only I'd handed out weapons earlier, or at least warned them. Blue's arsenal has mechas bound for the outpost. I wasn't authorized to touch them, but
It was the mecha these pirates were after. And Marlin, he had already been wounded.
if I make a move, there's no turning back. Doesn't matter what happens to me. Getting them out comes first. It has to. Must be the wounds from the last fight. Can barely move, let alone pilot those mechas. They've shut down the ship's self-repair system. There's no time left. I've left most of the supplies for them. Even left them a message. True strength and courage come from within. I guess this is it for me. Too bad I never found the courage to tell them. The so-called Starship Pixie was just a pilot hiding underground. Pilot from Anchor Infinity. The very group that drove them out. The story. It wasn't a lie. It was a roar born from reality. And now, whether it's the anime or the legend, Starship Pixie Aster really did exist. There will always be someone out there, moved by that tale, daring to hope again. As for me, I know who I am. I'm Marlin Joshua. A warrior born to help the Kylian people find a new home, and to die protecting someone else's. My vision's getting blurry. This will be my final log. Farewell, Aster. Farewell, Driftstar Haven.
The story, it wasn't a lie. It was a roar born from reality. You may not have seen the true Starship Pixie, but you were a true warrior, Marlin.
Why did the monitor suddenly... Right. This is where Marlin was monitoring if the people of Driftstar Haven were in danger.
Just like the boss said, these bumpkins came running the moment we told them we found the kid.
Father!
Ferdo, Dimitri, your villainous deeds won't go unpunished. The Starship Pixie will never forgive you.
That pixie you speak of. Are you referring to these mechas?
This... what is this?
15 years ago, before you won your so-called independence, my pirate crew intercepted a distress call from a certain pilot. He disappeared soon after, but it wasn't hard to connect the dots. That mystical Starship Pixie. Strip away the nonsense and superstition, and you're left with just high-tech weaponry. That's right. It's someone who despises Anchor and uses the name of the Starship Pixie to play games. You're nothing more than tools in their struggle against Anchor. And these mechas are the proof.
You're lying. The Pixie would never deceive us. Never! I saw it with my own eyes.
Look at you, falling apart already. But it's too late now. Well then, let me be the one to end that pitiful life your fool of a pilot left behind. Thanks to the unyielding arrogance and greed of Anchor Infinity and the Hope Fleet, they will witness true violence and a harsh lesson. And you will be the first to witness it.
We have to do something. They need us.
Thank you. Marlin's fate. It's made me realize that even if the past can't be undone, I still have control over what I can do in the future. I can be a pixie in my own world. And after I'm reassigned, I can continue serving as a warrior of the Hope Fleet. I am Aster, former first mate of the Hope Fleet's Asher. There's still a mecha here. Let me do my job properly.
Aster, please help us. Aster, you still believe that even now? This ridiculous story.
System test complete. Lifting combat restrictions.
Aster! They need you!
Attack.
Aster!
Attack!
Aster! Aster!
Aster! Aster!
It's Aster! Aster!
It's you. You saved Driftstar Haven. Thank you.
Look! I really met the pixie!
About that.
The pixie's name wasn't Aster. It was Marlin? Thank you. Because of you, we now understand our history. No matter what, he protected us and gave Driftstar Haven the means and courage to be self-reliant. However, this will take some time to fully process, so please, keep this between us for now. And as for these mecha,
Let us help.
Miss, we'll be there in an hour.
Okay. Understood.
I never thought something like this would happen. It's all my fault for acting on my own. The Lord, he's really worried about you. Miss?
Yes?
Still thinking about the Asher incident? Maybe you just need a little bit more time to get back on your feet.
No. It was a bit unexpected, but it's been an unforgettable vacation. I want to go back to the Chief as soon as possible.
Yes, understood. Oh? Isn't this... You really went through a lot with what happened at Driftstar Haven.
No, actually, it's the other way around. I feel like I've come to understand Or-Zero and Aster from a different perspective.
Ever since that bastard Dimitri got into trouble, the Lord has entrusted all matters concerning Driftstar Haven to Aster. I never imagined that the usually quiet Aster would be so sharp in business negotiations. She's certainly been well trained by the fleet. Too bad her vacation ends in a few days. She'll have to return to the Nexus.
It's you!
Ferdo! Zaka! I didn't expect you two to be the ones negotiating on behalf of Driftstar Haven. So, how'd it go?
Smooth as can be, of course. Aster said she would adapt Marlin's story into a sequel to Starship Pixie. But before that, I'm gonna binge the first season 10 more times.
Oh, where's Aster? She went to the shipyard. She said there was an urgent order to handle.
The repairs on the Homecoming are nearly 75% complete. We expect to finish the repairs in 5 working days. Miss, here's the repair report.
All right. Great job. What's wrong?
We've noticed some damaged coatings on the hull. It seems the ship's owner left behind some personal artwork. We've provided several options for you.
The ship's owner should be here soon, so let them choose.
Okay.
Is this graffiti?